This demo is for Instant Pot healthier sausage and sauerkraut. In addition to your 8 or 6 quart Instant Pot, you will need some sort of hard spatula or spoon because we need to scrape the bottom of the pot for sauteing. Some sort of spoon to serve your sausage and sauerkraut and mix it. A grater, a cutting board, and a knife. Optional, you may need a set of tongs with paper towel, that's to remove fat, as well as a tablespoon, a teaspoon, a 1 cup measure, a scale, and probably an extra bowl. For ingredients, you will need a tablespoon of oil, olive oil preferably, 1 medium chopped onion, or that's an overflowing cup, as well as a tablespoon of crushed garlic, enough bacon to fill 1 cup of lardons, half a pound of kielbasa or some sort of farmer sausage. I'm using venison with pork fat. 1 pound of sauerkraut that has been drained, but save the juice just in case you like a tangier dish. You'll also need 1.5 pounds of potatoes. I'm using these beautiful German butter potatoes, which are perfect for this dish. You will also need 1 apple, 1 tablespoon of regular mustard, a couple of bay leaves, a heaping teaspoon of smoked paprika. Here are a couple of options to boost up the nutrition in this dish. I'm adding half a pound of butternut squash and 6 to 8 ounces of green and yellow beans. You will also need 1 cup of vegetable or chicken broth. I do not suggest using water in this dish. Also, half a cup of white wine. I'm using a Gewürztraminer. You could use a Riesling as well, something German, of course. In place of the wine or some of the broth, you could use the juice from the sauerkraut, and that will add a tangier taste to your dish. Half to a teaspoon of pepper, and that's it. First thing to do is to set your Instant Pot on the saute setting, and it doesn't really matter for how long. Mine's already preset for 20 minutes, but I won't need that. Just press start, and then let's start this dish. Add in a tablespoon or so of oil. I'm using garlic infused olive oil here because I'm not using garlic. When your pot is hot enough, then add in your onion, and we're going to start getting the other ingredients chopped up. Now's the time to add in 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic if you're using it. And now chop up the bacon into small strips. We call them lardons. Put them into 1 cup measure. Grab your kielbasa or the type of sausage that you are using, and we're going to need to chop that up as well. It really can be chopped into whatever size you like. I prefer to cut it in half and then slice it so that they are half pieces, but a little bit thick. Don't forget to keep stirring your onions and garlic as we go along. After the onions and garlic have sauteed for a couple of minutes, add in the bacon and add in the sausage, and we're going to try to get a sear on them. While they're searing, I'm going to get the potatoes chopped up into, I would say, maybe medium to small size pieces, but it is also up to you in terms of your preference. If you find you have too much fat, and this is also to make this dish a little bit healthier, you have an option of removing some of the fat. So grab a couple pieces of paper towel and your tongs. Grab the paper towel with the tongs and stick it inside of the Instant Pot and wipe it all around. This will soak up some of your fat if you don't want it. Now take your apple and cut out the core and get it shredded. And don't forget to keep mixing up the sausage and bacon and onion. And at this time, the saute should be enough where you've got some sticking on the bottom. So press cancel on your Instant Pot and add in the wine to deglaze. Take your spatula or spoon and really scrape every bit off the bottom because we don't want the burn notice. So I'm adding in the 1 pound of sauerkraut as well as the 1.5 pounds of potatoes and the 1 apple. And I'm going to get the squash chopped up here. It doesn't really matter what order you add the ingredients. I am just weighing some of the ingredients so that I can give you some accurate recipe reporting. So I'm adding in the 1/2 pound of chopped squash and the 6 ounces of green and yellow beans. To that, I'm adding 1 heaping teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of pepper, the 1 cup of broth or stock, a couple of bay leaves, and also the 1 tablespoon of regular mustard. Now time to get this all mixed up really well, and then we're going to cook it. And if you're messy like I am, don't forget to wipe the rim. We don't want anything impeding our seal. And make sure that your ring is inside the lid. Then secure the lid. Make sure that it's set to sealing, not venting. And then put it on the pressure cook, setting on high for exactly 15 minutes. And press start. There's not a need to natural pressure release, but any recipe that isn't affected too much, I do like to have a few minutes of natural pressure release. So I've got a few minutes here and then just release the pressure manually. Now time to open up that lid and give it a mix and serve it up. It smells good, it looks good, and it tastes great. I hope you enjoy.